This is a quick tutorial on some of the updates to Google Forms that allow you to create some formative assessments in the form of short quizzes. It's pretty simple and it works within the Google Drive environment and with your Milton Academy login, so all that is good news. You probably know how to get to Google Forms already, but it's as if you're going to create a doc or sheet or slides. If you slide over here to more, you're going to go right up to Google Forms. I'll pop into one that I have going right here. You'll give your form title, and then you can create a series of questions. Now, in the past, you could do this, and it was neat in the sense that you could gather, capture, and then visualize some of the data pretty quickly. A couple of ways, either as a spreadsheet or as what's called a view summary of results, and I'll show you that in a second. But what's most exciting and what I think connects mostly to, or uh, most intimately to what you're talking about in your math department is some of the new quiz functions. And not only is this a form to capture data, it allows you to do a couple of things with that. So if I go over here to the gear wheel, I see that the default setting is general, right? So just capturing some information. You can go into presentation mode, which is a little bit like poll everywhere, to if you're in the middle of a presentation to get some live audience feedback. What we're going to be looking at very quickly here is the quizzes function. So if I click there, I already slid this to make this a quiz. You can toggle that off and on. And when I do, a couple of options pop up. I can immediately release the grade, the right, wrong, with some feedback and some answers, or you could wait till a later time and release it at midnight or release it right before class the next day. So as they walked in, they had results fresh. And then here, respondents, you can toggle these off and on, can see their results, right? The correct answers and the point values. So I'll go in and save. And this is what I mocked up quickly with Michael before, right? Not exactly sophisticated math. But if I go into this question, I can create an answer key. Now that option wouldn't have been there if this were just a regular form. But since it's a quiz now, I'll go into the answer key. I'll call that the correct answer. I'll give it the amount of points, and then we'll edit questions, right? Just to show you sort of how that would work. This could be a multiplication question. It could be an algebra question. It could be a definition question. Anything, you're sort of unlimited in the types of questions that you can ask here. You are unlimited by the fact that it needs to have a discrete right or wrong answer. But for a bell ringer, right? So kids did the homework, walk right into class for the first few minutes, check for comprehension. You could do this at the end of class. So as they work through a problem set or as you introduced a lesson to gauge sort of their understanding. And again, it's as simple as going here, 5 plus 4, right? I'll going to give the, I'll going to put the options in there, 8, 9, and 10, because now this is a quiz. It'll allow me to select the right answer. Here we are. You could give sort of canned feedback if this were something that you anticipated a number of students might trip on. You could have a canned response there. The other thing that's neat, so I'll edit this question, is just like any Google form, it's going to create a spreadsheet. And one of the options that's new in this quiz function is it allows you to not only visualize class level and individual responses, but it allows you to respond to individual students. So again, it's not bomb-proof, and it's not the most sophisticated tool in the world. Some of the ones that I'll pass along on the list have more bells and whistles and are more visual. But this is something that is free, it's unlimited, and it works right within the Google Apps environment. If you have questions about formative assessment, or if you want to talk about these or any other tools, please by all means come find me, Mark or Josh. We're happy to help.